All right, Amber's ready. Let's go. Let's do this. Well, so glad you are here. Thank you, everyone, for being here for yourself as well as us. We appreciate it. And I wanted to first go over the secrets of success that Dr. Anderson so kindly gave us on page 214 of our Habits of Health book. So first thing he says, eat one fueling every 3 hours. Don't skip meals even if you're not hungry. It's absolutely critical to fuel as scheduled. And in fact, this may even your weight loss may be slower if you don't eat on schedule. Another great important tip was get some extra rest. As you get started with a new opportunity like the 5-in-1 or another nutrition plan that you're doing, you may feel a little tired during the first 3 days because your body is switching its fat burning mechanism and it's gearing up to use its stores as fat. So that's good news. Then make sure you drink at least 8 ounces, so that actually means 64 ounces of water every day. Now this one's a good one. Eat slowly. Next point, stay busy and avoid sights and smells that remind you of food, especially during the first few days. And then soon enough, your energy stores will kick in and you'll feel more in control. And what's also pretty important is when you use your support system. Call your coach. And if you don't have one, get one. Limit caffeine to no more than 3 servings a day. You may find that your body is more sensitive to the effects of caffeine, making this a great time to cut back on your daily consumption. It's also very great to avoid alcohol. It causes dehydration. It throws you out of the fat burning state that you've worked so hard to achieve, and it's a powerful appetite stimulant. And then remember, if you slip up, just get right back on track, because it will take about 2 to 3 days after a slip up to get back into a fat burning state. So the most important day after you slip up, or the most important time, is the next time. Just make that next point to get back on track. So those are Dr. Anderson's secrets to success. I'd like to turn the time over to you for a minute or a few minutes to share with us your wins, maybe bring up comments or questions or suggestions, and help us celebrate you with your wins you had over the weekend or what you are excited about.
I'll go. So Labor Day, all our kids are 15, 19, turned 19 yesterday, and 21. And their whole lives, they thought that Labor Day was a volleyball tournament.
The name of a volleyball tournament.
Because every Labor Day we play in this huge tournament. And my 19-year-old and I have played together for the last 3 years. And we've won it the last 3 years, including today. And I'm 29 years older than he is. So he's 19 and I'm 48. And the average age of the division that we're playing in is probably 25 and stuff. And they're like, they always ask us, like, well, they always ask him, like, how'd you guys get hooked up? Like, he seems older than you. And he's like, that's my dad. And they're like, what? And then they come to me and they're like, that's my goal. When I'm like almost 50, I want to be playing with a bunch of 20 to 25-year-olds. So yeah, thanks to Optavia that like what Christie said, I learned so much about nutrition, and I always wanted energy. And I was always over fueling myself because I thought that extra fuel meant energy. And I learned that over fueling was what was causing me to be so lethargic. So now I fuel correctly, energy all day long.
Awesome. I will add to that while someone's waiting to go off mute. All of the college girls in my pool today said that I was their goals. That when they're 42 like me, they wanted to still be playing and kicking butt.
Those are huge wins. Thank you for sharing. Can you imagine the optimization that you are creating and helping those examples to shine to others. It just takes one spark, right? Who else would like to share with us?
I'd love to share. So, when we started this show up challenge, like one of the things that I really wanted to work on was just getting in really good mindset habits. And it's funny because I feel like I started off really solid, and then we got a puppy, and I kind of forgot that it's like having a newborn baby. And my wins that have kind of been week after week after week is that I'm so tired. I'm getting like 4 to 5 hours of sleep a night, like consistently. But I'm so much more aware that, like, holy cow, I love to like snack when I'm sleepy, but I've totally stayed true to my nutrition and my goals. And I've been able to like push through it. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is just incredible, because we're going on 3 weeks now of 4 to 5 hours of sleep. And I'm still slaying my goals and not succumbing to like snacking because I'm, tired all day. So, and there is a little bit of fat burn in there, but I mean, still, when you're tired, you're tired. Like, we work on good sleep. So hopefully get caught up on that soon.
Oh, Christy, you are muted.
So sorry. I thought I clicked it. I was just saying, Heather, I agree that when you're tired, you need to rely on those habits in order to function. So it's good that you have that routine as well as that nutrition plan to keep you focused. Anyone else have a win they'd love to share with us?
I can share my win real quick. I've been working on meditation and been really consistent with it. I'm proud of myself because it was rounding out at like 11:45 at night when I wasn't planning to go to bed that late, and I was able to still make it a priority and do that meditation before I went to bed. So I even, like, no excuses, I've been able to do that every day.
I like that, Jen. No excuses. You're showing up for you. Show up. Who is next with their win?
I can share one. Something that I've been working on is just making sure that I'm showing up in the lives of people around me that I care about, and not just like sitting on the couch and stuff, like actually getting up and participating. And we went to my parents' house up in Idaho for Labor Day weekend. And my husband and my kids had planned some activities that are not my favorite thing to do. I have this issue with water and I don't love to swim and like all the things. But I told myself, no, Corinne, you need to show up. Your kids need to see you show up. It's okay. Plus, they can see you do things that scare you and that aren't your favorite sometimes. And so I did it, and I actually ended up loving it. And it was so much fun, just paddleboarding this river in Island Park. And it was such a good adventure. We made a lot of good memories and stuff. But it just reminded me that when I show up for myself, I show up differently for other people. And, I want to do both. I want to show up for myself and I want to show up for other people, but it always starts with me. And so, I don't know, it was just a really good experience.
That is good. The oxygen mask gets on you first and it shows up to others. I love the spread of that. Thank you, Corinne.
I could share one.
Yes, please.
So yesterday, I was at my brother's house, and my nephew was in town, and I got to meet my grandniece for the first time. She's only 2 months old, so you can imagine the entire family was just, surrounding her, and everything was just about her. So my mom usually, whenever we have this get together, she cooks for like 100 people, even those that might only be about 10, 11 people. And she made just about every single one of my favorite dishes. So when they all sat down to have lunch, I went and hung out with my grandniece. Just, she was sleeping pretty much, but just to get my mind off of the food, I just sat with her. And when I did feel really overwhelmed, like I really want, because the smells of the Indian food is really, really strong. So I think it was about 3 or 4 times I actually walked outside. And I went for a walk for about 10 minutes, came back again, felt like I was back in control. And I did that throughout the day. We're there pretty much most of the day. So I felt really, really good that I kind of kept away from all the temptation. It was really hard, but it paid off. I had my fuelings, I had my water, and it was a good day. So I'm happy about that.
Wow, now that's what you call empowerment, taking your own life and making it yours, right? Not succumbing to what you thought you wanted, but really figuring out what you wanted and acting in that moment by taking yourself away. That's pretty big, Darshan. Thank you. We have time for maybe a couple more.
I'll go. So I have maintained my weight for about 9 months now. And the win that I'm starting to see is when we get together for dinners and family gatherings, my kids are aware that my husband and I want to eat healthy. And so they're actually bringing healthy things. They're making salads. And my daughter-in-law said last night, oh, I made sure I got you a dressing that you could eat. And that's what she provided for everyone. It wasn't just for me, but that was the choice, a healthy dressing. And just those little things that I'm starting to see trickle down, those trickle down effects of health for my whole family, I think is a huge win. They're honoring that I want to be healthy, but they also want to be healthy themselves. And so I just think that's just such a great blessing, a side effect.
Yeah, really. And that's why it's so important to tell people we're on this journey, because they want to support you. They want to help you. And so I love that you're noticing the trickle effect where it can affect others. As Corinne mentioned, as we show up for ourselves, we show up for others, and it does help. I'm known in my family that I always bring vegetables to every family function, and they just count on it. And it's kind of comforting to know that I always know what to bring. All right, who's our next person? Oh,
I'll go.
Scott.
And so, my wife and I were both trying to lose some weight, and I've just noticed how she's been really trying to really follow the feedings and everything, and she's actually starting to see some progress. So it's good to have a buddy in the program to be able to keep doing it. She helped me buy my groceries and everything. I'm a commercial truck driver, so sometimes it's hard to have the right foods and stuff to eat. So, but yeah, that's one win for her. And then a win for me is what I'm doing right now is talking to all of you. That's one of the things that I dislike the most. I hate public speaking.
Well, look at you, Scott. You're a support to her, she's a support to you, and you're growing. Thank you for sharing with us. So I'd like to take this time right now to settle down for a minute. And if you'd like to, you can close your eyes, or you can keep them open if you're driving, whatever's safe or is comfortable for you. You can lay down or you can sit in your seat. But I'd like you to take a big, deep breath through your belly. A lot of times we hold it in on our shoulders, but take a big belly breath. And then blow it out. Blow out all those toxins, all the negative thoughts. And as you breathe in, think of something positive, something that was bright in your day today. Now, keep breathing. We are stop, challenge, breathe, and choose. Now, as you breathe out, relax your shoulders a little bit. And now relax your eyebrows as you sink in lower to where you are sitting. And feel yourself as you are grounded. And if you'd like, take a moment to think about your healthy self. Can you picture yourself? Are you smiling? What are you doing? Are you with anybody? What are they doing? And I hope you remember that as you see you in your mind, it's the you that is inside of you. This is who you are. See it in as much detail using your inner eye. And then feel this gratitude that that is you. And you are creating. And you are building. And you are becoming. And you are. I hope you can feel that from deep within. And as we shine and glow to others, that they might feel it too. Now open your eyes, and I want to thank you for joining us today, and come back next week. We'll see you next Monday.